Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's challenging level puzzle, and it's called Outbreak by Flinty, and here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules applied, which means place the digits 1 through 9 so that they do not repeat in any row, column, or 3 by 3 box. We have zombie cages, where digits in cages must sum to the number in the initial top left corner, and digits cannot repeat within a cage. But all cages must grow by at least one orthogonally connected cell. It could be more than one, and different cages cannot share cells. So we know this cage has to have at least 2 cells, which add up to 6. This cage has to have at least 3 cells that add up to 8. This cage must have at least 3 cells, which add up to 8. This cage must have at least 2 cells adding up to 11. This cage must have 2 cells at least adding up to 5. This cage must have 3 cells adding up to 8. This cage must have 2 cells adding up to 9, etc., etc. And it's at least 2 cells, right? So these cannot have fewer than that. Sorry, this has to be, adding at least 1 cell in the cages, which is why it's zombie cages, because the zombies are growing, expanding. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, the first thing that I see are the 8 value cages, which all of them must be at least 3 cells. And they have to be exactly 3 cells because you can't have 4 unique digits ever add up to less than 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 adds up to 10. So these have to be 3 cells adding up to 8. Therefore, and 3 cells adding up to 8 in value can only be 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. Well, what does that mean? That means this cage must have a 1 in it, and it can only have 1 cell expanding. It has to expand to here. So one of these digits is a 1, which means this cell must expand to get a 1. Also, because again, like any 3-digit unique digit combination to add up to 8 is 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. Well, this can't be 1 in either of these cells. These can't be 1s because it cannot share the same cell as this. It cannot share the same cage as this cage. So if it were to share a cage here, it still would have to have a 1 in one of these. None of these can be 1. This can't be 1, so it has to go to here. So this expands to here. So we know this is a cage. Let's just mark it as that. So this has to be a 1 here. And this is 2, 5 or 3, 4. So this is 2, 5 and 3, 4 here, and it expands to here, but we're not sure which. This cannot expand down to add up to 5. It's 2 digits. If it expands down, it cannot be 1, 4 because of the 1 in the column, but it can't be 2, 3 because it would eliminate all possibilities for this cage, right? This would force us to be 4 and 5, and therefore this would already add up to 9, which is not allowed. So this one must go this way. So this has to be, it's either 4 and 1 here, or this is a 2, 3. We don't know which. So similarly here, this cell must expand somewhere to get the 1. It cannot be here, it must be here. So this is 1 here, and it expands that way. This cannot be 1 here, it can't expand to here to get 1, it can't expand to here to get 1, or here. It must expand this way to get the 1. So the 1 has to be here. This has to be 2, 5 or 3, 4 here. This is 2, 5 or 3, 4. Again, this has the same problem of if it goes this way, it can't be 1, 4 because of the 1 in the row. It can't be 2, 3 because that would force this to be 4 and 5, which already adds up to 9. And this cage adds up to 8. So this must go this way. And it has to be 2 and 3. So both 2 and 3 are here. Therefore, to expand here, it must be 1 with 4 or 5 here. Because you have to have a 2 and 3 in this cage. So this must be a 1. This has to be 4 or 5 here. And we have to have a 2 or 3, which cannot be here, cannot be here. So it's one of these two. Is a 2 or 3. This has to be 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And we need access to a 1. So that has to be then here. So this must be a 1. This cannot be 3. Well, it could be 3 digits, actually, if this is a 1. This needs access to a 1. And it can't access 1 in any of these spots or here, so it must access it here. Therefore, this is... this is a cage. So this has to be 1 here. This must already have a 1, so this is 1 here. It cannot go here, it could not go here. Oh, this 1 eliminates 1 here, so this is a 2, 3 pair, which forces this to be 4, 5. So this is a 2, 3 pair. This will not have access to any 1s. Because the 1 here has to be with this cell. This is a 2, 3, 4, 5. These have to be 6 through 9 here. The 6, 7, 9. 2 or 3 could be either of these. It cannot be here. 2 cannot be... This has to be a 2, 4 pair because it cannot contain a 1. Right, all the 1s are accounted for. This one belongs to this cage, this one belongs to this cage, this one belongs to that cage, this one belongs here, this one belongs to that cage, this one belongs here, here, and here. So this has to be a 2, 4 pair. It could go here, it could go here, it could go here. If it goes this way, this is 4, this is 2. It cannot go here. I guess this could be the 2. We know these are a 2, 4 pair somewhere here. So the rest of the box cannot contain 1, 2, 4, or 8. So we have what's left? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 9. 5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 5, not 8. 5, 6, 7, 9. But this can't be 3 and this can't be 3. But we could have 3, 5, 6, 7, 9 here. This can't be 3. This can't be 3. The remaining digits in box 8 have to be 6, 7, 8, 9. This has to be 2, 3, 4, 5. This cannot be 2 or 3. And it sees both 4, 5s. So this can't be 4 or 5. This is 6, 7, 8, and 9. It cannot be 8, though. This expands to one of these two. We're not sure which. This 2, 3, this digit's 2 or 3. One of these is 2 or 3. That eliminates 2 and 3 in the rest of the column. So this is 4 through 9. 4 through 9 here. This has to be 6, 7, 8, 9 as possibilities also. This 45 cage has to have access to a 1 to get 9 different digits, because in the cages cannot repeat, so it needs access to a 1. So this cage must essentially, so we're gonna make this actually, well, maybe we'll make the pinks all red. We're going to make those red. This is actually pink, and this has to be connected to it. So it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we know we need access to all of those. One of these digits is 4, 5. One of these digits is 4, 5. That eliminates 4 and 5 in the rest of the row. So actually, yeah, we know these all have to be part of pink. This is 2, 3, oops, as values. 2, 3 with 6, 7, 8, 9 here. This pink has to be 4 of these, and it has to go 5 here, 5 here, or 5 here. Because this needs access to a 1, and this is the only one left. What does this have access to? Okay, so 2 and 3 are accounted for here in box 9. 2 and 3 are accounted for in box 8. 2 and 3 are accounted for in box 6. 2 and 3 are accounted for in box 4. 2 and 3 are accounted for in box 1. 2 and 3 are accounted for in box 2. 2 and 3 are accounted for in, well, actually we don't know here. But there's no way this can reach there. So this will not have access to 1, 2, or 3. All the 1s are already taken. The 2 and 3s in box 8 and 6 and box 9 are already taken. So this cannot contain 2 or 3. Therefore, it can't be 3 digits adding up to 11. It must be either 4, 7, or 5, 6. Let's see. Remaining digits in row 9 cannot be 2 or 3. It has to be 4, 5, 4 through 9, because we have a 2 or 3 here, and this is 2 or 3. Remaining digits in box 9 are not 2 or 3, and this can't be 8. This can't be 2, because of the 2, 3 pair in the row. Or sorry, column. This can this be 2, 3, and 4 here? Maybe. So we don't know if this is 3 cells or 2 cells here. This does not have access to 2 or 3. It doesn't have access to 1. It has to go at least this way, or it could go that way, I guess. So I think this has to be 2 digits adding up to 10, which is 4 and 6, because we can't have 1, 9, 2, 8, or 3, 7, because 1, 2, or 3 are already counted for in the box. You can't have 3 digits, because you don't have access to a 1, and you don't have access to 2 or 3 in boxes 1 or 4. And that would be the most you could get in 3. So therefore, this has to be 2 digits, so it's a 4, 6 pair. So either this is 4, 6, or this is 4, 6. The rest of the box cannot contain 4 or 6. So this is 5, 7, 8, 9. This is 5, 7, 9. We know in box 2, 2 or 3 has to be one of these two. So 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, because we have 4, 5 already accounted for. So these are 6, 7, 8, 9 here. If this were to contain 2, 3, and 4, the problem is this cage needs access to all 9 digits. It cannot have 2, 3, or 4 if this cage becomes 2, 3, and 4. And it only has 2 digits, 2 cells basically in the cage, which could allow 2, 3, and 4. So this must be 2 digits here. And it's either 2, 7, 3, 6, or 4, 5. So that doesn't tell us very much there. 2 and 4 are one of these. 2 and 3 are one of those. Interesting. If this becomes 2, 4 in a row here, that eliminates 2 and 4 in the rest of the row. That would mean this would be 3 and 4, and this would have to be 5 and 2. But that does work. Actually, where is the 2 in row 3? It must be here. So this must be 2, this must be 5, which makes this 4. So this can't be 2 or 4 here. 2 does have to be one of these. This can't be 2 here. 3 is one of these two. So 3 cannot be here. Where is the 3 in row 3? It must be here. Where is the 4 in row 3? It must be here. So this is 4, which makes this 4 and 6 to add up to 10. So that's a cage. This cannot be 4 or 6 here. None of these can be 6. So this has to be 2 this way or 2 this way. We're not sure which. 3 is here, so this cannot be 3 here. Therefore, this can't be 4, because 3 and 4 need to add up with 1 to add up to 8. 4 cannot be here, so this can't be 3. 1 can't be here, so this must be 1 here, and is green. So this is 1, because of the ones in this box. This has to be a cage, but we don't know where it goes to. This is a cage, but we don't know where that goes to. This is a cage, but we don't know where it goes to. It could be either of these two. We don't know where this goes to either. If it goes here, that's possible. It goes here. Okay, so, or it could go here. This can't be 4 or 6 because the 4 or 6 in the column. We need one more that's here. We don't know which. The remaining digits in box 4 are 6 through 9, but this can't be 6 because of the 6 in the column. These digits, again, have to be 2 through 7. Cannot be 4 or 6 here. Orange has to be with one of these two. So all the zombies, all the zombie cages only increase by 1 except for the central one. That's interesting. Okay. This 4, okay, this cannot be 2 or 5 because of the 2 or 5 in the column, so this must be a 3-4 pair here to add up to 8. The 3-4 pair eliminates 3 and 4 in the rest of the row, so this has to be 2, which makes this 3. This cannot be 3 or 4, it's a 2-5 pair here. That eliminates 2 and 5 in the rest of the column. That means, where is the 4 in this pink cell? Or this pink cage. It has to be in this cage here. So this can never be 5 and 4 adding up to 9. It has to be, it can't be 3 because of a 3 in the column. So this is 2 or 7, which must add up with the other 2 or 7 to add up to 9. Therefore, the 2 has to be in this cage here. Um, what else are we missing? 7 cannot be here, but 7 could be here. You could have both 3 and 4 here, so we don't know. Oh, 4 cannot be here. 4 actually has to be definitely in one of these. This can't be 4. These can't be 4 here because of the 3-4 pair in the row. So 4 has to, 4 can, this 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 3, which makes this 4. That eliminates 3 here as possibilities, and 3 here. So this can't be 3, which forces this to be 3. Therefore, this is the last part of this blue cage there. The 5 eliminates 5 in the rest of the row. These can't be 5. This can't be 3 anymore. So 3 cannot be in these cells. So the 3 also has to be part of the pink here. So we need access to 3 and 4. So it must go at least here. It could go down to here. So therefore it cannot include this, right? This is 1, 2, 3. It needs to include at least one of these being a 3. Actually, 3 cannot be. 3 cannot be here. 3 is in column 1 and 2 in box 1, and 3 is in column 1 or 2 in box 4, which eliminates 3 in the rest of the column. Those columns, 1 and 2. Can't be in row 8, can't be row 9, so it has to be here. So this is 3, and it's in the pink. Because we know these are in the pink, we need to access this 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already, 6, and we have 3 access this way, so this can never be part of the region. So it either goes this way or it goes this way. Okay. Okay, so this goes either this way or that way. We're not sure which. We're going to mark this as blue. Pink goes the rest here, or the rest here. If it goes this way, 2, 7, then this has to be 3. This is 5 and 2. That seems fine. The remaining digits in column 5 are 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but this can't be 2 because the 2 has to be part of this cage. Also, 7 cannot be here, so 7 has to be one of these 4, but that's pretty broad. Rest of column 6 is 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one of these is a 4 here. Rest of, so one of these is a 3 here. So the rest of column 4 is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. If this is 2 and this is 4, that would force this to be 5, which would be 1, 5, and 2, and that would lead to a contradiction. So this cannot be 2. This is 4, which makes this a 2. So this is the cage here. This cannot be 4. Where is, well, we don't know. This can't be 2, so this can't be 5 here. 4 can no longer be any of these cells. So 4 is either here which would mean 7's not here. It'd be 5, 6, because it needs to be orthogonally connected to this cage. All right, we need a... So it could be 5, 6 here, 4, 7 here. So this can never be, well, it could be 7. If this is 5, 6, 5, 6, and that's 4, that could be 7. Okay. Okay, we need access to 2, 7. If this is 2, 7, this is 5, that's 2. That seems okay. So 7 has to be connected to this cell here. So this can never be 7, and this can never be 7. Okay, so if the pink goes this way, you have to have the 4 be one of these because this can't be 4. Therefore, this would be a 2, 5 pair. This would be 3, 4. That would be 2. Okay, so if it goes this way, that means the 2, 7 pair goes this way. 4 has to be here, so this is 2 and 5, which makes this 3, which makes that 2, which makes that 7, and that would be 2. Okay, so that's how that would work if it goes this way. If it goes this way, this has to be a 4. So this must be 2, 7 that way. This is 2, 5, so that'd be 5 and 2. That seems fine. 4 would be here. Five has to be one of these two digits here. That's interesting. Hmm. Uh-huh. So this is if it goes this way, this has to be a 2 because this is 4 here, which would force this to be 2, 5, 3, 2, which would make that 7. So this would have to go 2 that way. Either that or it goes down here, and this has to be a 4. So either way, this is 2 or 4 here. If this is 4, okay, this can never be 4 and 7 here. If this is a 4, 7 pair, both of these become 2. So this cannot be, I mean, the 4 still could be here, but it can't be adding up to 4, 7 to add up to 11. So this has to be a 5, 6 pair. So all of these digits have to have 5 or 6 here. So either 5 or 6 is here, here, or here. This can't be 5 or 6. This cannot be 5 or 6. If this is a 5, 6 pair this way, that would make this 2, which would make this 4 and this 7. So that could be possible. So 7 and 2 would go that way. This is 3. This would be 5 and 2. Yeah, that's possible. Oh, we have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruplet in column 3, which eliminates 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the rest of the column. This can't be 5. This can't be 2. We have a 2, 4, 2, 4 pair here. This digit cannot be 1, 4, 6. It could be 2, 3, no 3. 2, 5, 7, 8, and 9 as possibilities. Okay. This cage has to be not the same as this one because the 4 or 5 is here. So this must match this cage then. Right. These match. This is 2 and 4. Hmm. Where are these two digits in box 7? Obviously, they can't be these. If it goes down here, doesn't this always have to be 7? So if it goes down here, obviously if it goes here, then this has to be 4 has to be here, which makes this 2 and 7. So that's 7 if that's the case. If it goes down here, what are these two digits? They can't be here. They can't be in the cage, so they would have to be both of these cells. Well, one of them would then have to be a 7. So this would have to be a 7 here, right? Could not be 2. So these two cells, whatever they are, if they go here, obviously it could be any of these. But if it goes this way, this becomes a 7-2 cage here. Because 4 has to be in this cage. So it would not be here. It would be here, which would make this 2, this 7. If it goes down here, these two cells cannot be any of these, cannot be any of these, so it would have to be these two specifically, and it cannot be a 2, so this would be 7. So either way, this is a 7. So this is 7, this is 7, this cannot be 7 here. That means this can't be 7, this can't be 7. So one of these 4 is a 7 here. We're not sure which. If this is 4, that forces this to be 2, 5. If this is 4, Can this ever be 4 is kind of the question. If this is 4, that makes this 2, which makes this 4, 5. So 4 would be eliminated in row 7 and eliminated in row 6, and then there would be no other possibility for 4 in column 9. So this cannot be 4 specifically. So we know in row 8, actually in box 7, where is the 4? It must be one of these two cells. Since it must be one of those two cells, this can never be a 4, which means in box 9, where is the 4? It has to be here. So this is 4, which makes this 5. That makes this 3 and 4 here. That makes this 3 and 4 here. 3 cannot be here. 2 is one of these two. 2 is one of these two. This cannot be 3 or 4 here. 2 has to be one of these two digits here in box 6. 2 has to be one of these two digits in box 5. That means in box 5, it has to be in row 2 has to be in row 5 and 6. In box 6, 2 has to be in row 5 and 6. Therefore, that eliminates 2 from the rest of row 5 and 6. This can't be 2. This is 5, which makes this not 3. This is 2. This can't be 5 anymore. So that makes this a 5. This can't be 3. This can't be 4. Therefore, where's the 3 and 4 in box 5? It has to be here, 3 and 4. That leaves 5 having to be in, well, 5 cannot be here. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 2, which means this is the cage here, and the cage has to go around this way. So this cannot be 2. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 2, this is 3. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we know we're getting close to solving this. This can't be 5. This has to be a 4. We need a 5 to access in this pink cage. So this is 5, which means these can't be 5. Where's a 5 in row 9? It can only be here. So this is 5, which makes this 6. So this is the cage here. That eliminates 5 and 6 in the rest of the column and the rest of the cage. This 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 5, this is 2. This can't be 6, this is 8 or 9. 6 cannot be either of these. This can't be 5 or 6. We have a 7, 9, 7, 9 pair in box 3, which eliminates 7 and 9 in the rest of the box. This can't be 7 or 9. This can't be 7 or 9 or 5, so that must make this 6, which means this can't be 6. Neither of these can be 6. Where is the 5 in row 3? It has to be here. So this is 5, which means this can't be 5. Where is the 5 in row 1? It has to be here. Also, we have a 7, 9 pair in row 1, which eliminates 7 and 9 in the rest of the row, so this can't be 7 or 9. This is 6, which means this can't be 6 here. 6 in column 5 has to be in the pink cage, so the rest of the pink cage cannot contain 6, so this can't be 6, this can't be 6. Where is the 6 in column 1? It has to be here, so this is 6, which means none of these can be 6. None of these can be 6 either, which leaves, we have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in box 7, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the box, so this is 6. This cannot be 6. Where is the 6 in row 7? It must be here. So this is 6, which means this cannot be 6 here. Where's the 6 in box 5 now? It has to be here. Because none of these can be 6. None of these can be 6. This can't be 6. That leaves the 6 in box 6 being there. What else do we have? 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. So this digit cannot be either of these, so it must match here. Well, if this were 8, it cannot be here. That would be 8, but that's not allowed because of the 8 already in the box. So this can't be 8. This has to be 9, which eliminates 9 from the rest of column 1. The 7, 8 pair eliminates 7 here, so this must be 9. That means these can't be 9, so this is a 7, 8 pair, which eliminates 7 and 8 in the rest of the box, so this is 9. This is 8. Neither of these can be 8. This can't be 9, and these can't be 9 because of the 9 in the cage. Therefore, where's the 9 in column 5? It must be one of these two cells. This 9 also eliminates 9 here, so this is 7, which makes this 9. So this can't be 9. We have a 2, 7, 8 triplet in column 5, which eliminates 2, 7, and 8 in the rest of the column. So this is 9. This cannot be 9 here. This can't be 9 either. One of these two digits is a 9 here, so this can't be 9 here. Cannot be 9 here. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so this is 7, which means this has to be 8. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 9. That makes this an 8. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so that's 7, which makes this 9, which makes that 7, which makes this 8. This cannot be 8 or 7. We have a 2-9 pair. We need an 8 in this pink cage, and 8 cannot be here, so this is 8, which makes this 2, which makes this 9, which makes that 2. This can't be 8 or 9, so this is 7. This can't be 7 or 8, so that makes that 9. 7 eliminates 7 here, so that's 8 and 7. This 7 eliminates 7 here, so that's 8, 7, 8, and 7. And that's how you solve it. Thank you for playing. I hope this puzzle didn't eat too much of your brain. Ha! No, my brain was attacked from even from the zombie cells. And yeah, it was very cool. It's very interesting how these expanded, right? And the logic behind these expansion. Obviously, these were rather simple logic because of the way that cages work, and that digits that add up to 8 with 3 unique digits is very limited. And then we could get logic out from that, what these were. Obviously, this must contain a 1, so it had to connect to the corner. So that was pretty cool use of geometry there, actually, to limit things. Yeah, just cool puzzle. Very nice. And I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.